Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Tasha and I'm back with another video. But if you're new here, welcome. I'm Tasha and today I wanted to share with you guys 10 hair growth tips that have really helped me grow my hair long over the years. But I also want to say just has kept my hair long. There's been times where my hair has been long but it's also been short. Like I remember I went through a time in high school, specifically in grade 10, where I cut off the most of my hair. There's been times where I've lost my hair due to like different things, which I will get to in this video, but I've always known how to maintain it, grow it back, get it back healthy, get it back moisturized. And yeah, all of that we're gonna get into in this video. So yeah, if you want to know how I keep my hair long, how I grow my hair long and natural, make sure that you stick around until the end of the video, because it's one of those things where you don't want to just take bits and pieces. You actually want to know the process, and it's not hard. Like, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, let me write down this, oh, I have to do that. Like, no. Like, to be honest with you, growing my hair and keeping my hair long wasn't something hard for me to do, but at the same time it was something. I don't really know what to call it, but it was something. It was more of like a routine. But yeah, we'll get into that. My first tip on how to grow your hair long and natural, or to even keep it long and natural, would be to be mindful of what you put into your hair. So that goes with knowing the ingredients that are on like the bottle or the packaging. So for example, what I do is I look at the ingredient bottle, and whatever the first ingredient is, or like the first few ingredients, that's what's mainly in there. And I like to keep it more natural. And a lot of the things that I do put in my hair have natural oils, or the first ingredient would be like water. So like the base of it is water, and not some chemical or liquid or substance that I don't even know what it is. I don't like when all the ingredients, or majority of the ingredients, I don't even know how to pronounce it. So then I'm just like, I don't think I should use this. My second tip would be to keep your scalp clean, because your scalp is where your hair is coming from. So I went through a time where my scalp was hindering my hair from flourishing and from just looking bright. Like, it would be dull and it would break a lot because my scalp wasn't right. It would be having so much buildup. And it also went with keeping my face clean, because I did have a lot of eczema, a lot of dry skin, and then my hair line would be dry and my scalp would be dry. So I'll be mindful of the products that I put in my hair, because it would affect my scalp. So I stay away even from products that have a lot of sulfate and parabens and chemicals in there. I like clear shampoos. So for me and my scalp, the more clear the shampoo, the better it is, and the ones that have just less sulfate and parabens in there. My third tip would be to use a detangle brush or a wide tooth comb. I use both. So when I am conditioning my hair in the shower, I like to use a detangle brush sometimes. I don't use it all the time, because for one, it's not always in there. Sometimes I end up taking it out. But when I know that my hair is very tangly and I just want to give it a good brush before I come out the shower, I would use my detangle brush, the one that is very flimsy. I don't even have it here with me right now, but I've used it in my videos before, guys. But it would normally be a wide tooth brush or a wide tooth comb, because the thinner the bristles, the more hair I'll be pulling out. Also, when I do use my brush or my comb, I would start from the bottom of my hair and I would hold it like this. And then when I brush, I would brush against the palm of my hand, and then I'll go up, I'll twist the hair, and I'll go from the bottom until I reach the top, and then I would brush out my hair. I also do it very slowly, you know, like, you don't want to be in a rush. So if you have like 10 minutes and you need to get somewhere, you need to brush out your hair, I would suggest not even brushing it or combing it, because the more rougher and faster you are, the more you're gonna pull out your hair. I don't know, I've always just made sure I did that when I wasn't even angry or like mad. I'm just like pulling and like tugging on my hair. I just take my time and I brush my hair, and I realize that it actually hurts less and it doesn't take as much time. My next tip, which is my fourth tip, would be to trim your hair between like every 4 to 6 months. At least I trim my hair every 4 to 6 months, and I also trim it in between. So if I see that it needs to be trimmed, I trim it. The longer you wait, the more split ends you're gonna get, and then it's gonna go up the hair shaft even more. I've been through this where when I told you that I cut my hair in high school, and she did say she had to cut a lot of my hair off because them times I wasn't really trimming my hair as often. So I did end up trimming a lot of it, but she's like, don't worry, your hair's gonna grow back, which it did. And yeah, you just want to make sure that you're getting rid of those split ends. The last time I did cut my hair, or I trimmed my hair on my channel, I did end up going back in and trimming it like within that week because I couldn't really see it much on camera. I was like, yo, I didn't even like trim everything off that I was supposed to, because it's so different when you're on this end, because it will even grow better. I noticed when I trim my hair, it even looks better. It looks more healthier, and my product, it stays in my hair way better. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed that with my hair. So my next tip, which is tip number 5, is don't wear tight hairstyles all the time. That's one thing I do not do, also because I do get tension headaches a lot. But if I wear my hair in the same tight style all the time, especially the front of my hair, it's gonna start ripping out. I'm gonna see bald spots. There was a time in high school I used to always wear my hair in a side ponytail, and I'll give it the same side part, but because it was tight, I was like, I'm in grade 9, I'm just trying to make it like slick and tight as possible. I started to see like a bald spot happening like right around here, and I was freaking out, like, what is going on? But obviously it was all the gel. It was just me wearing the same tight style all the time, and I had to switch it to the next side. I would part it, so I'd always try to rotate the side that I would part my hair, just so that I'm not repetitively tugging on it. Right now, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna put it most likely in a pineapple or in a loose bun, and that's just something I do all the time. My 6th tip would be to make it a routine. Like, whatever you're doing to your hair to maintain it, so trimming it 4 to 6 months. At nighttime, my routine usually is like say I washed it like today, I would usually moisturize it and I'll put it into my pineapple. Simple, right? It's a simple thing that I will be accustomed to doing. But say I wanted to do like my twist outs that I would do for like say like 3 weeks straight, just to give my hair some type of ease and break, because I notice when I do twist outs that my hair appreciates it more, and then I'm able to moisturize it that night, twist it that night, and I'm locking in moisture. And just having that routine to remember to take care of my hair is just very important, because to me, my hair routine is like my facial routine. The more I pay attention to it, the more I make it a repetition, something that I do all the time. It doesn't even feel like something that is just an annoying task to do, because I've always paid attention to my hair and I've always made it a priority. It doesn't come like nothing, you know? So once you make it a routine, after a while you won't even like notice. My next tip, which is my 7th tip, I want to believe, is like one of my most important tip to me, okay? And it is, do not let too much people live in your hair, okay? It's one thing I've always grown up to know, and it's for a few reasons. To me, hair holds a lot of energy, okay? And some people, like, you don't want their energy all up in your head, and some people are just bad mind, okay? So if you have like a good healthy head of hair, even though this is that person's job, like, it just may not be for you. I've experienced that, okay? So I know I've been in situations where people wanted to chop off my hair in high school, like walking around with scissors, okay? So they're gonna come beat up Tosh, and in the midst of it, they want to cut off my hair. I've just been in situations where I just know like certain people are just not supposed to be in my hair. Recently, I wanted to get my hair trimmed, okay? And girl, I literally called the hairdresser, which was down the road. So when I called her, she didn't seem too pleasant over phone. So I was like, since it's like 30 seconds away, let me go in there. Who told me to go in there? It was like, why did I walk into this girl's shop? Like, she was just angry. She stood there like, what? Who told you to walk in here? like you don't have an appointment. But I don't know, like I don't know, I need to call you for sure and like make an appointment for sure before I even walk in here, like, you know. So that's why even you see me trimming my own hair at home recently, because I did try to go get it done and I was like, you know what, this is just a sign to just try and do things myself, you know. Just don't want to let too much people play up in your hair. And also, like, what one person does, like say you've been going to one hairdresser for a very long time, they know how to deal with your hair. They know what it needs, they know when it's dry, they know when they need to moisturize it. Like, they have been working on it for so long and they've been treating it right. Then you go to somebody else, they may just mess up the whole vibe, they may mess up the whole thing that person was doing. That's why you see certain people like keeping the same hairdresser, the same barber for the longest time, because that person just knows their hair. That person hasn't been bad mind to them in their head. Like, I don't want to sound crazy when I'm saying this, but like it's just something that I've always done. Like, I do not just let anybody up in my hair. Like, I just don't. So yeah, that was that tip. Okay, and if you do, like, that's good for you, but like for me, for all this time, I just don't let just anybody up in my hair. Like, no. My next tip, which is the 8th tip, is do not use so many products all at once. Because, for example, say you bought like 4 or 5 new hair products: new shampoo, new conditioner, new oils, a new curling thingy, whatever, and like, I don't know, just a new leave-in conditioner. Did your hair that night and then something goes wrong. How do you know like what the issue was? Like, what I do is I use one product at a time. So say I'm just like, I want something to make my hair curl a little bit more. I may want to get like a shampoo and a moisturizer and like a next type of gelish cream, but I'm gonna put one thing in my hair each time. I'm not gonna put all of them in my head, because if something doesn't work, I want to rule that out and just never use it again. Or if something does work, I want to buy more of that, or maybe I don't even need the other 2 and I'll just be wasting my money because that one product did exactly what I needed it to do. Just use one at a time so you know what works and you know what does not work. My next tip, which is my 9th tip, would be, I don't want it to sound like girl, why? Like, why are we, what's the point? Is to drink a lot of water, because how you treat the inside of your body reflects a lot on the outside. I notice when I drink a lot of water, and I'm not talking like 1 or 2 bottles, like I drink a lot. The worst part is just having to go to the bathroom all the time. It does get annoying, you know, but it does clear out my system, and I know that my skin flourishes way better, my face looks way clearer, and so does my hair. For some reason, it just feels healthier. It helps your skin and it does help your hair. So yeah, drink a lot of water, less sugary drinks. My last tip, which is my 10th tip, okay, is do not do too much to your hair altogether. Like, I know I've said all these things, but to me it's not even a lot of things. You want to leave your hair alone for the most part. You don't want to do too much things to it. Like for me, I keep it very simple. This would be one of my main hairstyles. Like, I probably would be so boring when it comes to my hair. The less you do to your hair, the more it will grow, the more you won't lose your hair. For example, okay, so before high school, I didn't really do nothing to my hair. Like, I wasn't that girl. I don't even know if I'm that girl now, but I know I was not that girl like before like high school. I would be that girl who showed up to school in a ponytail. Like, nothing was done to my hair, like a ponytail with a braid. And I don't even remember like putting any type of hot comb in my hair, or like not even a handful of products in my hair. I would wash it, condition it, and maybe blow dry it. My mom would brush it for me. Like, she was just more like maintaining the length and the health of my hair. She would wash it really good and she would brush it. And this is when I was like really young, before I even took over just doing my hair myself. So in that period of time, I had a lot of hair, like way more hair than I do now, when I was doing like nothing to it. So now when I went to high school and all that crap was happening to me, with like people just being annoying and bad mind when it came to my hair, like I'm talking like real bad, like I'm not even trying to over exaggerate, like people were really mean. The truth is, I did nothing to it before I even went there. It was like fresh new brand hair, no hot comb or nothing was done to my hair. So I noticed that the less I do to my hair and I take it back to my roots where I did nothing to it, the better my hair would be, the less it would fall out, the less stressed I would be. I wasn't stressed, I had no problems when I was young, so my hair wasn't falling out like it would do now. Like now, if I'm stressing a lot, I notice when I brush my hair, so much of it will be on the floor. I would have to take it easy, you know? So do less at nighttime. Just leave it be. If you can leave it be, just leave it be, you know? So those are my tips on how to keep your hair long and natural. If you want to hear like more stuff that I put in my hair, if you want to know some of the oils that I use, I mean, it's not much, but if you want to know, just let me know in the comments and I will let you guys know. I hope this answers your questions on when people would ask me like, what do I use in my hair, how do I keep it long? I've always been asked that question, so I hope I covered a lot of it in this video. But yeah, that is basically it. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss when I post. Until the next one, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.